Thank you for the sub. Hey, welcome in everybody. I'm the average goob. You can waltz into my town and cause trouble. Oh, first try, first bomb, and the crowd goes wild. Instead of blue feels like VS Code. I do like this though. I like this toned down gray. If I had it my way and I wasn't streaming this, I would be using a light mode editor. That's not even what I asked. The symbol at is called the at sign. Thank you, AI overview. Like I said, it's very mesmerizing just watching this guy. Like your first AI, you'll unlock vibe points, and then whenever you max any of the upgrades, it'll give you vibe points. And then you'll be able to use those vibe points in the vibe shop. And if I say vibe one more time, I'm probably gonna summon the vibe lords, so we gotta be careful. I want to eat it. Oh, it was lipstick. Blech. Dude, I swear when I'm on vacation, all I can think about is work. I'm like, pretend I'm the AI, right? And I'm learning visually from this stuff, and I'm like trying to do it. So like right now, I'm gonna try to make some of these flowers and stuff to, you know, decorate the environment. And I also need to make like a repeating pattern for the ground textures. So that's what I'm doing. Like, I'm not like a wizard. I'm just practicing, in case you guys are wondering. Okay, I gotta add bones for every piece. What the heck? What is that bone doing? How do I change it? How do I change this bone? Don't look! Don't look!
Drag and drop tiles and swap them with other tiles. Match 3 or more to reveal my home. Have fun with it. See you on the flip side.
Johnson, relax, man. Jeez. Hey, it's Cortana. Hey, Google.
The missile won't fire until it's cleared. Get down there.
Are there windows here? Is this like that? Oh, there's no window. It's kill or be killed. You son of a bitch. What? What? What the fuck? What? Is that it? Have you ever done anything illegal? I want to see the person that got bit by a great white. Send us a picture. Oh my god. It's not funny. That's not funny. I feel like that looks like me and that's not funny. You know what? I just realized that is literally me. That's literally me. That's not funny.
A worthy victor. Great work.
Damn it,
Let's keep
Ryan.
moving.
Hey, welcome in. I'm the average goob, and I didn't forget to mute my mic this time. Wait, unmute it. I didn't forget to unmute it. Welcome in, everybody. Happy New Year. I hope that everyone enjoyed their holiday time. I know I did. It went by way too fast, but I'm back. I only took like 3 weeks from stream this time, but I played like a ton of games. When I say a ton, I played like a ton of games. I'm playing through Heavy Rain right now. I beat Detroit Become Human. Horizon Zero Dawn. Maybe it was just that over the break, but it was awesome. But welcome in, David. Happy New Year to you. Solar Frog. Thank you for the sub. Hey, Fody, how you doing? Welcome in. Yeah, is this live goob or more recap? This is more recap live goob. We're recapping, but no cap. It's live. Yeah, so this year it has started already, and I haven't thought about what I want to do this year. So I made a decision to start learning Godot 3D. And I want to explore the third dimension and maybe, you know, see if it's something I want to make games with. But at the same time, I am continuing other things. So last year and starting in January, I released 3 games. 2 of those were with teams, and then Vibe Clicker totally solo. And I really picked up doing art. So I started doing art July of 2024. That was my first attempt at game art. Like, I mean, okay, Quiet Quitter, technically, that was all Illustrator and like simple shapes. I feel like it looks good, but it wasn't hand drawn. So I'm trying to get better at hand drawn. And these last two right here were all me, visually at least, and Vibe Clicker totally me. So this year I do want to try to put out at least one Steam game, which not just You Had Meat at Hello. I would like to put out another one, so we'll see how that goes this year. But I'm trying to figure out what I want to do. Oh, it was a long year. Um, but yeah, so we've got our Trello board filled with things that we want to add to You Had Meat at Hello. So this is going to be kind of one of my focuses at the beginning of this year. So I'll probably stream a little bit of that. Um, it's mostly going to be art stuff. So maybe bonus streams if I do stream it. And then I'm going to be learning some 3D. So I've got a course that I'm going through, and it's going to teach me how to make 5 different games. I already cut out all the boring stuff for you guys. I went through and learned how to actually navigate in 3D and build 3D stuff to a point, but it is very beginner. So down to like the coding and stuff. I mean, we're talking very simple things here. Um, and actually, now that I think about it, I should probably install the the I don't even know what it's called, the add-on. Dabbled a bit with Godot 3D too. Nice. Yeah, it's actually really easy. Like knowing Godot, like the game engine, I was like, all right, everything's kind of transferring over. So it was really easy to get into it. Yeah, ridiculous coding. Um, that's it. Thank you. Let me get that real quick. Uh, ridiculous coding, the Cupix version, just because it allows me to change like the audio and stuff. Okay. Thank you. Yeah, I definitely wanted to get this in there so you guys can see the code. Because I'm gonna be watching videos while I do this. Um, I'm following this course right here. So I'll be watching videos on the side while I'm doing this, but of course I'll interact with you guys. I just feel like last time I learned Godot, when I was doing Godot for the first time, I shared that experience so you guys could see me start to build something. And I only made it like 40% of that course before I started building a game. So who knows? I might make it all the way through. I may not. Um, we'll see. We'll see. What is this? Project settings, plugins. Turn that on. Make that small. Let's maybe change the sounds a little bit. Whoa. Get rid of that shake. We don't want any shake. Just turn off shake completely. Okay. All right, cool. Juice engaged. Yeah, there we go. All right, cool. So you guys get to enjoy the experience as well. It's hard not to hit this 2D button. I'll tell you what, there's nothing in the 2D space. It's all 3D. Learning about um the z-axis, like it's opposite. So like negative, like for y, negative is up or down. Negative is actually down or something. Like it's all thrown me in for a loop. But I'm figuring it out. And have I decided what genre I'm gonna try first? So for 3D, I'm just going through what they have in the course. Um, so we got an endless jumper, we have a Jenga game, we have a platformer, a space shooter game, and then an FPS. So this first one, I have a little bit of mechanics done for it. So this one's gonna be an infinite jumper. Oh no, my platform's gone. So that's as far as I made it into this one. But yeah, the skybox, these are all assets. I'm gonna be using like Kenny's assets for this. And this was like a what is that called? Sketchfab. This was a Sketchfab skybox, which looks really cool. Um pretty cool. Very, very Genshin Impact, and totally not matching like what I'm actually gonna make. Um, but it's still pretty cool. So yeah, this is where we're at. This is where I'm starting. And we'll see how it goes. I may or may not like it. I've never had an idea for a 3D game. So I feel like if I explore making a 3D game, and I made 3D games years ago. I went to college for game design, so I learned Unreal Engine at the time. It was called Unreal Development Kit. And I did make some 3D games, but they were like janky. I've never made any assets. So like this year I want to explore using Blender and figuring out how to make stuff, but also um I've got a huge library of the Kenny assets for 3D stuff so I can prototype and see if there are things that I want to explore. Yeah, not even 2.5D ideas. Everything I've had ideas for have been just like straight up 2D. And I think it's because of my limited skills and the engines that I was using. So like I mostly used Game Maker, and to do anything 3D, I would have to jump through hoops. So I never actually, branched out, and like Unreal was way too high fidelity. Unity was a monster at the time to like even think about learning. And then Godot just kind of offers very easy place for me to like do all this stuff. So I don't mind. I do wish that there was better web support for 3D stuff, but there's not really. I can see why people do like the download games. Like this course recommends Forward Plus, but to get the web builds, you have to have compatibility and stuff. So um we'll see. I may do like compatibility, but like if I change it, everything gets really dark immediately. Like some of the features immediately don't work and stuff. It's kind of weird. Poly Pizza is a nice asset repo. Poly Pizza. Oh, free 3D models. Thank you. Oh, heck yeah. Bodhi, the MVP. Look at this. A maze? That's amazing. Does it? So I was thinking like I want to make like a marbles game for fun. Oh, this is huge. Um, let's put this in Toots and resources. Yeah. That's sweet. Yeah, I saw Kenny's assets in here. Does this have like skyboxes and stuff? Scenes and level? Okay. Or is this just 3D models? Yeah, I love low poly. I don't know if I'd adventure into anything more than low poly because I love low poly hand painted stuff. These are sweet. Thank you for sharing this. Oh, even like there's a toon shader? Wow. That is amazing. A whole FPS engine. Nice. All right. So you guys won't be able to hear the video, but I can. So I got music playing for you guys while you see me dabble around and stuff. He does a lot of talking in this course. Oh, Nikna, welcome in. It's going good. It's a cool website. Nice share. Yeah, that was awesome assets. Um, Ollie Pizza. There is another one that I have. Let me see if I can find it. Um, assets. Polyhaven. So this one's obviously so this is I'm glad you shared that with me, Fody, because this is the other one that I had access to. And I was like, that's great for a realistic game. But they got textures, they have HDRIs, and they've got 3D models and stuff there. So Polyhaven was another cool one, but super high quality. Can you link here? If you have the link, like if it's one link, I can permit you, but unless it's like YouTube or Twitch or Godot's docs, I think it's gonna get blocked. Oh, it's a static site you made? Yeah, if you got the link, let me permit you. Hold on. I would love to see it. All right, you got 60 seconds. Go. Nice. Oh, with all the game engines. The MVP. If you don't mind, I'm gonna throw that. I have a resources command. Yeah, I've got a command that I can use, exclamation resources. I'm gonna add that to that. Maybe people use that. Hey, Granger. Happy New Year. I'm doing great. I'm totally rested and super ready for work tomorrow. But this is what Fody shared. This is a huge list of resources. So there's game engines, assets, collaboration, learning resources. That's interesting, like that. This game UI database is a go-to for anybody doing UI, for sure. Game field demo. Oh, that's cool. Thanks for sharing that, Fody.
Goob.
Hey, welcome in, Champy Jack. I do lie. I'm rested, but I'm not ready for work yet, you know? Like, took like 2 weeks off, but let me tell you, it took a while to stop thinking about work, and then work started getting closer, and then that's all I could think about. Welcome in, Trent Teray. Taking a quick look at here on the stream. This is good stuff. Yeah. Thank you. Welcome in. This is good stuff. We got tons of resources that have been shared already. I'm starting to learn Godot 3D. This is all I have so far. Little bouncing guy, and then the platform is going to disappear. So I'm going to be going through a course to learn stuff. So I may be quiet for like periods of time. Just know that I'm learning. Welcome in, Captain Anosa. Thank you for the text to speech redeem. Like goop 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 goop. You know, a senior game dev that has made a Steam browsing website that ranks titles based on review velocity. Oh, that's interesting. That's kind of what Thornity Co does. What am I planning to do with this new game? I'm just doing a course. I'm learning how to do 3D. So I'm just learning the other side of Godot. I've made my 2D games. I started with Archimist, helped create Backend Bandit, did Vibe Clicker solo, and then worked with a team on You Had Me at Hello. Mostly just did art for that. So I want to explore the 3D side. And I was like looking through my project list. These are the only projects that I've created. Like this is it. This is my Godot experience history, everything right here, except for Backhand Bandit's not in here. Like this is it. So I'm making, yeah, this game's called Sky Pogo. Um Sorry, I have to permit links before they can be shown. He's working on other projects, I'm sure. Yes, I am working on other projects. We've mentioned that before. But yeah, if anybody's looking to game the system, this is the resource from, let me permit you. Let me permit you so that you can post that link in there. I just checked it out. That's pretty cool. So if you're looking to gamify the system and find like the next genre you should make, this is a great place to start. It's pretty cool. Welcome in, Bear Like Lion. Guys, I thought I was going to go through a course. We can just look at this. I was not expecting everybody to be showing up, to be honest. So I appreciate that. Classic Goob stream. Or any game dev stream, right? How you been, Bear Like Lion? How was your December? Oh, we're gonna be doing an animation for this. You release an open source multiplayer game to teach people networking in Godot? Bear Like Lion, you spoil the community and they don't even realize it. And I think it got use out of it already. Covino is using it in his multiplayer game. Honestly, if you wanna share a link, I think VIP you're allowed to share a link. So if you wanna share a link to that, that'd be really cool. Called Cooties. Oh my gosh. Heck yeah, dude. Oh, this is gonna be huge. I want to make. Okay, so full disclosure, I do want to make a game like Pummel Party eventually. Does this work with 3D as well as 2D, or is this? I'm assuming it's just networking. Yo, thanks for sharing this. It's really cool. You did a 1-year retrospective video on the development of Surf's Up. I'm gonna have to watch that. I'm assuming that's on YouTube. I just watched Aramis's black hole game videos and stuff. I can't believe it. That is amazing. It makes me want to work with Thornity, but dang, is he intimidating. Bear Like Lion, seriously, you may want to go talk to him. You might have to make an incremental game, but I would seriously talk to him, dude. He set Aramis up. And 2 other devs, too. He's 3 for 3 right now. That's the idea for game 3? Oh, love it. He is a numbers wizard. Look at that. Everybody knows exactly who I'm talking about. That guy is good at what he does. It's very intimidating because he knows what he's doing. Oh man, that is so cool. Some of the stuff I already know, and I want to jump ahead so bad, but I gotta do it in the order that they're giving it to me. Unfortunately. Now I remember why I had my editor set up like this. This is for stream. I had it set up like this for stream so that it wasn't blocking all these properties. But now with the code editor, it's like now it's behind. Very unfortunate. You can't win. But I feel like this might be a little bit better. You should have more channels, sort of like Blackthorn Prod, without the scammy aspects. Yeah, so game devs can have media attention. I'm sure somebody's gonna come up with something where it's just like indie games, like a showcase of sorts, where they like talk about indie games and then maybe it grows. Maybe they really start promoting these games and they start to get like traction and you want to make one video a month? That is quite the goal. It is a lot of work to market it. Nice. So you got video outlines. Yeah, dude, I wish you luck on that too. I look forward to seeing that and seeing your journey. I wanted to do that last year and never did it. I got burned out right away. That's when I took like 3 months off and I was like, all right, I got to make a game. And Vibe Clicker spawned. Yeah, devlogs are hard. That's kind of what my stream is for me. It's kind of like a devlog. Whenever you sit down to edit a video, you can't find an indie to do it. I'm telling you, Captain Onosa, Wondershare Filmora. I think it's like the brand and then the product, Wondershare Filmora. It's called Filmora. Um, I started using that to edit my videos, and it's fun. Like it's fun to make videos with it. Um, and the interface is like reminds me of like old school Windows Movie Maker, but modern. The longest video you edited and you got positive feedback. Oh, yeah, I'll have to check it out. Caden Live. I haven't heard of that. Can't fathom recording and holding on to hours and hours of silent game dev footage. Yeah, that would be the hardest part. I mean, honestly, like if you're not streaming it and you're just doing dev, there's nothing against just having the videos. But like, obviously, it's easier if you have like an editor to send it to and give you like parts of it. But you could technically do your game dev and then you can make a video over it. And it's just like 10 minutes of you just going through your code and talking about the different stuff you've made and, talking about the woes and what happened. You set up a clipping software to clip like the last 30 seconds of something. If something funny happens, then you can use that as like B-roll. It's an awesome custom clipping script, of course. Yeah, I think Captain Osa is using DaVinci Resolve too. Oh, I had no idea it was free. He records himself reviewing your game, has a hotkey to add in chapters, and it auto edits around chapters, turning a 30-minute video into 5. That's sick. Hey, Riven Main, welcome in. Happy New Year. There's no MP4 support or hardware acceleration unless you pay $200. That's ridiculous. Oh my gosh, yeah. I don't know if Wondershare is like set up for Linux or anything, but man, it's so good. I know it has a Mac version, so I feel like it'd have Linux. Oh yeah, there is an Android version of Wondershare too. It's minimal, but it works. I've used it. Yeah, Onik, when you start making more games, it starts getting a lot easier. Like just jumping in and start making stuff, it just comes together so much faster. Especially when you're doing like the same thing over and over. You know, like if you're learning something new every time, it slows you down a little bit. An arena battler where streamers play versus their chats, that's funny. Oh. I didn't even know about this back and forth animation looping. I didn't know it could bounce back and forth with the animations. That's cool. Nice. Unity deleted years of your game dev data from their cloud? Oh my gosh, because it was like old, like it wasn't being used or something? Holy cow, that's scary. Oh man, that's what you get for not storing your projects locally on a external hard drive 3 times removed. I always zip my source files and throw them on an external hard drive. Oh, because you wanted to start using it. No way. Well, did you upgrade? Oh man, that sucks. Yeah, I have my projects on GitHub. But the Unity Cloud is nice because like you can integrate everything through Unity right there. But if they do this to you, man, that sucks. Ooh, buddy. They have plastic. Yeah, they do have plastic in the back end. Right. If you're using Unity, you want to use Unity Cloud for their Git control. Because like it's, specific for it. It's tailored for it, but yeah, for like Godot, I haven't had any issues using like GitHub. Yeah, anything can happen. I had an external hard drive where I thought was safe, broke, crashed, everything I had backed up on it gone. So I mean, like, I lost years of photos and stuff. Like, but it happens, you know. You kind of just get over it, you move on, and you stop trusting anything. The 3-2-1 rule: 3 copies of your data, 2 different disks, 1 copy offsite. Yep, yep. I always keep something in the cloud. Uh, one, my working copy, and then like I said, I zip one up and put on an external hard drive just in case. Yeah, I use Dropbox, but like Dropbox can fail, you know. It hasn't in 15 years or whatever, but you never know. Listen, I know that some of this gets blocked, but I am going to go back to the default. When I'm working with 3D, it's so much nicer having it in the middle. Where did my... There it is. Where do I want to put that? Probably down there. Okay, yeah, you guys can't see my ridiculous coding doc, but I can. Dang it, Fody, we jinxed it. Now we gotta move cloud services. Yeah, no, there hasn't been any issues yet. Did it shrink? I don't think it shrunk. Oh, I changed the wrong one. That's on me. Never, ever change the scale of your collision masks. You guys heard it here. That is a big no-no. Yeah, so if you want to change your collision shape, you want to use the size and never the scale. You'll have so many issues. What does this look like? You thought we changed this to cubic? That's cool. Okay, he had these a lot closer, so let's go ahead and do this. Oh, Granger, 13 months. We have surpassed the year mark. Wow. Thank you for the sub, Granger, and the 13 months. I thought I was missing my goob. You got it back. We can all goob now. I don't know what it is to get another emote slot. But once I do, I'll probably move a free one into the paid one, and then I'll add a goob, a static goob for everybody. But it's probably gonna be the one that I make. Yo, thank you for the 10 bits, the giant goob. Thanks for getting us started. 10 bits out of 1,000. I didn't set any goals. Thanks, Twitch. You got my back. Appreciate that. Did I do this right? This is so abrupt. I don't really like that. That's the best limestone's got to offer. Okay. That's right. The sheriff sounds have their own board now. I think you can also do the sheriff sounds, right? That was just a random one. Oh, they didn't get added? Oh, wait. Yeah, the sheriff taunts. Okay. Yeah. So there is. This town ain't big enough for two of us. All right. I did that just for you guys because I feel like that's everybody wanted the sheriff ones. I got to do another game where I do the voice acting for it, but it not sound like me. That game was good. It was so much fun. I'm so glad I got to work with the nerds on that. Is it too fast? Is that too wobbly? Oh, he did it over 2 seconds. That's why. This all makes sense now. We need it to be faster the closer it gets to the end of it here. I like this. Yeah. That way it's like, you know it's coming. And then it just zips out of existence. Mind you, it's gonna be when this starts disappearing. No, he's deleting everything and he's gonna do it a different way. I already know how to do this other way. That's the best limestone's got to offer. All right. Welcome in, Spot Monk. All right. And just in case, I know it gets lost out there. What I'm currently going through is this Godot 3D course right now. So the reason I'm not talking you guys through things is because I'm also learning while I'm doing it. So this was a gift. Mars gave me a Christmas gift, and it was this course. So I was like, yeah, I'll go through this. I'm like, why not? I'll put some stat points into game dev. That's what we're doing today. I got it over here on this other monitor. Yeah, like I said, it's been a long time since I've done 3D, so a lot of relearning, and I've never done it in Godot. I've had I don't know if you guys ever saw it, but I had this 3D tab completely disabled. Yeah, this is so I'm listening to Slowfi, and this is their DMCA free lo-fi music. This is actually Spring, Wild Horseradish Jam from Stardew Valley. I've never played Stardew Valley, but this is a nice song. Whoa, you played it on your iPad. I saw it for the phone. I feel like that would be an interesting place, but I like buttons. I'm not a phone gamer. I like physical buttons, which I don't know. Maybe that's the millennial in me. Yay, we did one. We did a lesson. Like buttons too, but I used to have an Apple Arcade subscription. Ah. Yeah. Yeah, well, I mean, like, games designed for touchscreen feel good, but, like, Pokemon, where you're like, you need the A, B, and then you need the directionals and stuff, it just it feels different, playing those kinds of games on a touchscreen, and I hate the virtual joysticks, I don't know. Again, the millennial in me. It's almost boomer-like. But, yeah, no, I like a good solid button. I have a Stream Deck that has buttons. I've got my Xbox controller that has buttons. I've got a Steam Deck that has buttons. Is it called a Steam Deck? Oh, yeah. I have a Stream Deck and a Steam Deck, and they all have buttons. Unfortunately, buttons wear out, but yeah. I know Steam Deck has touch, and it also has the haptic feedback, like, mouse things too, which is really cool. Whoa, I leveled up. Oh, we got an error. Oh, animation finished did not work. All right, I went ahead. I tried to figure out what was going to happen next. That's on me. Oh, you ever show me the first touch-based game? I don't think so. I didn't know you made a touched game. Oh wow, I just realized your Goob Goob is like the ruby red Goob Goob. That's cool. Alright, so what does this require? Okay, so I'm just gonna do... I feel like I can do it here. So anim player dot animation finished dot connect on animation finished. And then we make a new function here that takes in anim name, which is a string, and it returns nothing. And then we do if anim name equals vanish, then we queue for it. Is this how it works? It worked. Yes. I wonder how he's going to do it. So the way the course is doing it is they're using the actual signals, like they're just double clicking into it and doing this. But I like doing it this way. So I like the traditional where I can see it. I guess is that traditional? I don't know. The hard coded version. 10 years ago. Oh, you mentioned that. Okay. It's for 55-inch touch. Yeah, you mentioned this. You never showed me. I didn't know you had something for it. This is the one that you had to like hot patch stuff into it, right? Oh, that is cool, Granger. And it's got like the multi-touch for everybody. Speaking about a game for like feeding a black hole, that's so funny. That's cool. That would have been a fun project to be like, yeah, I made that. That is multi-touch and a half. That's like 10 fingers on the board. And yeah, Bear Like Lion. I like it in here because it's easier to understand and read. Because like, if I was doing like this version, I get that it's here, but sometimes this doesn't make any sense. You call them singularities. Yeah. Black holes didn't exist 10 years ago. Yeah, like this, I'm like, what's happened here? And it's like, yeah, I can see that there's a signal here. Does it highlight it? It doesn't even go to it. You have to like go here. Yeah, it's bad. I just don't like that. I did when I first started because that's how I was taught, and then I learned about this and I was like, this makes more sense. I still don't 100% know how to add in like custom stuff to them, but I don't think you have to. I think that gets passed from the actual signal. I don't know. I'm still learning as I go on some of this stuff, but yeah. So that worked. That's all that matters. I have a feeling he's going to say to just double click it and then do this. It's exactly what he did. Yep. Oh, you use dot bind. And then you put in your stuff here, right? Or no, it's inside. Inside the callback. Yeah, there it is. Okay. Gotcha. I think I've done it once. One time. Oh, there's other stuff too. RPC? I saw this in Covino's stream. I don't know what that means. Replay? No. Relay protocol? I don't know. Remote procedure call? I was not even close. Make a peer you're connected to run a function. Make him run Alt F4. Oh, that's perfect. Oh, my camera's not going to follow the player. Hang on. Oh, they're all going to disappear at the same time. I don't have a thing tied to it. I was going to say I could change the timer, but I'm getting ahead of myself. I was just curious if it was going to work. The other 3D thing, so like this isn't where I started. I did mess with this one. So I had this other 3D project and I tested importing custom assets, which wasn't part of this, but I made this little thing with a skybox and stuff and some primitives. And then I'm gonna see if I can remember the keybinds for it. So you can make this guy rotate, you can make this guy move forward, and then you can hit P and he'll face that little block down there, so you can go to it. And then if I hit K, it'll teleport me to the other guy, so I can set that position. And then like if he's facing this way, you can go that way. And then if I hit R, it'll turn me in the direction that guy is. So like I learned how to just kind of manipulate some of this stuff. But that's, yeah, that was that was the start of me learning 3D. In case you guys wanted to see it. It's like a preschool over here. It's fun though. This has been fun. Ooh, we're doing more platforms. Oh, on the platform. A cylinder. Perfect. So I guess we're doing a cylinder because we're going to be changing the mesh, I think. So it probably makes more sense to do it that way. All right, I'm going to test this out. So I've got the other platform. So it shouldn't start the timer until the player hits it. So the other one at the bottom shouldn't happen. Uh, okay. But it keeps starting it. uh, and is stopped. Eh? I did it! The platforms. Oh, heck yeah. Bye, player. Hey, I did that on my own. All right, let's see how it's supposed to be done. Let's go. There's no way we don't move the camera to the player, though. It might not, actually. It may not. We. See, I already debugged the issue. I already debugged the issue that's going to happen. It's this right here. Oh, so the way they're doing it is disconnecting. That's interesting. I feel like I wouldn't want to disconnect this. I really wouldn't do it that way. That's interesting. So I would do it this way, but they're recommending this. So we just do that and then we just disconnect it. Well, I guess that should still work. Okay. So I would do it this way, but I wonder if this way, like if the player can like strategically hit it right before the timer stops. Oh, like if the timer doesn't line up with this. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. I also wonder if we could set the wait time. So the hide timer dot wait time. Oh, I guess it's not gonna be the same as the animation time. Never mind. All right. All right, we're gonna do random timings now. I knew it was gonna happen. Constances? Oh. Nice, all right. Now we're gonna start doing a spawner. Heck yeah. Okay, we're gonna do a custom signal to spawn in the new platforms. Oh, I put in vector 2. It's supposed to be vector 3s. Okay. Ah. I spelled platform wrong. Oh, there we go. Let me just print and see. Okay, it admitted it. Nice. Very cool. Like, the worst part about going through courses is the speed of it. And it's like when you're completely learning something brand new and you know nothing about it previously, it's like everything you hold on to every piece of it, but it's like I'm at a point where like I've used Godot to launch a game commercially, made some money with it. I'm like, I know what I'm doing, right? And it's like I'm watching this course video and he's like explaining what an on ready var is, and I'm just like, come on, like just go, get through it, get through it. And it's just like there's been a lot of that. Like once I got past the 3D stuff, I skipped a huge chunk of like the GD script intro to coding basically because like I already basically took that. Um Now there's probably stuff that I could have learned in there, but it's like I'm going to do it as I go through it. That's what you hate about video tutorials. Yeah, you do best looking through code. I do my best work by testing the code, you know, like I'll snag scripts and mess with things and tweak them and understand them, you know, and read them. It's old, but check out Boomer Shooter Project. Mark's Boomer Shooter. Yeah. So you just go in there and clone what looks interesting. Right. And then like you tailor it to your code. It's rare like Vibe Clicker was not vibe coded at all. Like it was 100% from the start. And it was like usually like when I'm doing, you know, projects for work or whatever, it's like you never start from nothing. Like you always find somewhere to start from, boilerplates, all that kind of stuff. And it's just weird because it's like almost every single one of my games has been started from the ground up. Like I never reused code because it's like everything I made was game jams. So it's like everything was really janky and specifically used for a certain thing. So it's like I rarely got to use code from other stuff. Oh, this is like a Quake style. Dang, your player script is actually not that like large of a file. I was expecting way more. The FPS arms, that's so funny. You reuse a lot? Yeah, I think that's why you can create so many projects quickly. That's impressive. That's when you learned a lot about state machines. I could tell, like all the animations and stuff for all the arms. It was so cool. Yeah, I need to like go through projects and learn that way too. But when I'm first learning, like I learned Procreate and how to draw using a Udemy course. And now I know the ins and outs of Procreate. I can create my own brushes. I know how to use everything in the app. Like I can utilize it however I need to and know where everything's at. And then I just kind of learn the new features as they come out rather than everything being mystified. That's how I learned Godot. I learned everything about the UI that I could that was, you know, made sense, know how to navigate it and stuff. So it's like now I'm moving on to 3D, everything makes sense as far as the editor, but this course that I'm learning from is for beginners. You know, it's like to learn from the start. So it's like everything's being re-explained, which is good because you forget things as you go. Um, and it's been I started in 2024, right? Right? Started Godot in 2024. Yeah, September. So, well, I think yeah, it was September. Um, maybe a little bit before September, but that's when I started learning Godot. So it was like definitely gonna forget what I've learned here, but I've applied a lot of it throughout my projects and stuff, like walking to sprinting to crouching to sliding. Yeah, I wanna learn about state machines too. I think it's gonna be a pretty important thing. I've mostly just been doing like the animation player the way we have it in this game, and then like if you're doing this, set this animation. Like there's no blending or anything. Like I've got this video on 1.25. Or like when he's closing a script, he'll be like right click and then close. And I'm like, dude, just middle click it. I'm like, just middle click it. My middle click's driving me nuts. Yesterday didn't work at all. Today it's double middle clicking. What? Time for a new mouse. Time for a new mouse. I can't stand when a keyboard, like a key stops working, the whole keyboard gets replaced. A mouse button messes up, that's the end of the life for that mouse. But then I had like these headphones, I just got these for, like on a Black Friday deal. But the headphones I had before, they were cracked. They had cracked sides on both of these things. I have the titanium ones now or whatever, but they were cracked. And I had them like that for like a year or two because my head's big and I'm like, and it would like bust it. So yeah, headphones, as long as I can hear and everything's great, it's fine. But like keyboard and mouse, can't stand it. I always keep a keyboard on deck that works in case, just in case. When I say a keyboard, I mean like 7 keyboards. All right, we're making children now. Look, he made a new platform. Boom, there's a new one. Okay, I don't know if he's gonna add it. So I'm just gonna add it right now. But on the platform, I'm adding a new animation to appear. And yeah. So we're gonna do smash. We're gonna do scale. We're gonna insert the first key and it's gonna be 0. And then we'll do 5 and it'll be 1.2. And then when it's fully spawned in, we want it to be just 1. Let's set this to cubic. Yeah. Okay. And then what I want to do is on ready. Oh wait, I can just make that the default one. This one auto plays. Look at that. I'm animating in 3D. It was so easy. Oh, that was so cool. We're already juicing the game. You guys didn't think I was gonna be able to juice it today. Well, let's continue the spawner, I guess. Bye, player. Ooh, time to work on the player. What's the difference between using is it FBX versus GLB? What's that? What does that mean? FBX versus GLB. No. Does it matter? Okay, it recommends that. Oh, do you have to have Blender all the time for a blend file to work? I think I've seen Covino use blend files. Hmm. That's cool. I like this. To be able to iterate, you just save it. Alt tab back to Godot to see the changes immediately. That's amazing. I know that this is the case with Unity and Photoshop files. It's cool to see that here. Probably works with Unity as well. So what does FBX do? Oh, interesting. If you keep the FBX files with your project folder but don't want them to be imported by Godot, you disable that. Yeah, because I noticed when I was importing the FBX files into my test project, I could edit the actual like files as scenes. The fact that the negative Z axis is the camera's forward direction is wild to me. This makes sense. Plus X and minus X for right and then left. The Y is up. Yeah, I guess that makes sense, but the Z being backwards is weird to me. Okay, interesting. Interesting character. Wow, it comes with all these animations and stuff? Wow. That's sick. Oh, falling animation? Oh, cool. The jump? A walking one? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Got melee attacks. Huh. I'm assuming you can't edit those. That's the whole skeleton? I'll learn a thing or two from that. Very cool. Oh. Oh, so it's like the head is just a separate piece. Okay, cool. It's the character. Okay, I did exactly what I was supposed to. Okay. Wow. Oh, that's cool. You just full on drag and drop in characters. Like I feel like I've seen Covino do it. This is the only person I really watched like a lot of 3D dev. And I've seen him do this. And I was wondering why he always like had these yellow references and like brought in the stuff. And it's because these are like GLBs. They're like pre-packaged with like everything you need on them. Like I wonder if you can do that with Spine or something for 2D, because this is neat. Comes with the skeleton, the body mesh, the head mesh, all the animations, and it's all packaged into one scene. Doesn't look like I can actually edit that. I'd have to inherit a new scene. But then like I can add my own collision and stuff around it. It's neat. Oh, you can make it immediately editable. Oh, sweet. All right, Oni. Go have a good rest and a great start to your week. Appreciate hanging out tonight. I'll see you in the next one. My gosh. You can share animations between players? I didn't know this. Oh, sweet. Oh my gosh, that is huge knowledge in being able to change stuff. Oh, that opens up the whole world of 3D for me. GLBs, import them, copy and paste their contents out. Save it as a packed scene so you have your own version of it. And then you can literally save all the animations as local. I'm sure these are like shared resources too. That is so cool. That's so cool. Look at it. I got a little character in the game. Oh no, she's gonna fall. That's cool. All right, we got a little task. I'm being tasked with doing these animations. All right. Okay. So is it going to be in the physics process that we're checking velocity? Probably. It's greater than 0. There it is. Jump. And then less than 0? I should just do else, right? Look at that. That's cool. I'm just curious. I just want to put the camera on the player. Captain Anosa, I am winning. I think I set this up correctly. I mean, obviously I'm not using like a real state machine here, but it gave me a little task to try to create the animations or like show the animations based on velocity. I feel like this is right. It looked good to me. It'd be cool if you could blend it. Also, it was so easy getting this character into the game. So much easier than I was expecting. Oh, I moved it. It needs to be after move and slide. Bye. It was easy. I want to move the player now. Oops. Whoops. Hey, Riven. Hope I'm stuck in coding fundamentals is never ending. It always is, and especially if you switch languages. I feel that every time. Like even in this course, again, it's beginner's course for 3D, but it's like there's so many things that are the fundamentals that feel like they're never ending. But it's good. It's good to get that from like courses and stuff, and then or tutorials, whatever. And then like when you're building stuff yourself, they stick with you. They do it on purpose. You want to say, interview me, I'm ready, but you can't. Like, actually stuck in fundamentals? Why can't you say that are you saying you're holding yourself back? Oh, just never ending tricks. Yeah, and that's one thing with any coding is you got to find the stuff that works for you and gets the job done. There's so many ways to do something, but as long as you have like an initial way to do something, you can always optimize later. But like you can't spend a whole project hours, available like just optimizing from the start. That's what like prototyping and stuff's for. You gotta do your approach first. So find what you're comfortable with, and then I think that'll get you out of the fundamentals. Because yeah, there's literally and even like as little as like setting up animations in Godot here, it's like there's 4 different ways you can add the animations. It's like you gotta use the one that's best for you. But understand how to do the other ones. Yeah, exactly. That's the case with anything though. I mean, even the best chefs can be approached and, told something they don't know because somebody's been doing it a different way or whatever. Like that's yeah, it's always gonna be the case. But that's imposter syndrome sneaking up. Like you know what you're talking about, you know what you can do. And yeah, if somebody brings a concept to you that you don't fully understand right then and there, being flexible and being able to look stuff up or ask questions to follow up and be like, "Yeah, I don't really understand that. Can you explain it to me?" And they explain it to you, it'll probably connect to something you already know, if it is something you know. So, you gotta game the system. Pop quiz. If 9 is greater than 7 is greater than 3, console log here, else console log there. So yeah, it's like a double true statement. So this should return true because 9 is greater than 7 and 7 is greater than 3, yeah? So it should log here. Can I execute code? Like, is that even a valid statement? Doesn't seem to be a valid statement in Godot. I think you have to compare separate things. So like it would be 9 is greater than 7 and 7 is greater than 3. Like you can't do stringing operations like that. It's like this would return true. Yeah, I was gonna say it may not work here. But like logically just reading it, I would say it would return here, not there. But I've also never seen a statement like that. So I don't know what the reason for that statement is. Like I've never run across that, you know? But why does it return there? What does that mean? What does 9 greater than 7 greater than 3 even mean? What's it comparing? That's usually I code, you know, based on what I know, and I don't know what that means, so I can see exactly what you mean. But yeah, you gotta do what's gonna work for you. Finally got a desk and wire management. Nice. You got the desk and wire management finished. And back to the rest of the office. Oh my gosh. Step 1, done. Step 2, start step 1. It'll do it like 9 is greater than 7 is true, and then it'll be true is greater than 3. Oh, yeah, see, so it's doing a type conversion. And so it'll be 1 is greater than 3 equals false. Got it. See, that makes sense. So because that's not type safe, that's not a good way to even do that function. Yeah, like it's not even a type safe function because you can't go from comparing numbers to comparing true false statements. Because a Boolean is not an integer. It is. It is very cringe. I see what you're dealing with. Just get past fundamentals. Just go do advanced stuff. It's way easier. That is a crazy statement though. Like the fact that it does that first bit and then turns it into a Boolean and compares it to 3 is that's interesting. You can give me infinite of those? Ugh, gross. Nah, you have fun with that. I would say move on to harder stuff. Go build some applications because I feel like I've never ran into any of that kind of an issue because I wouldn't think to code that into it, you know? That's funny. Just glad to be getting it done, reorging your office. For over a year you've had it on your to-do list? I don't have much room to reorganize my office, but I've considered it. I've thought about like moving it around a little bit, but it is so perfectly placed for the summer where I can put my AC unit in the window and be comfortable. Otherwise, I don't have much room to move stuff. I can like switch walls, but then um I have to run my Ethernet cable across the room, and I don't want to do that. You thought dot map and dot for each are the same, but they aren't the same, for example. Yeah, they're not the same. Map and for each, one's for arrays, no? And then for each loops through them. Oh, I see what you're saying though. Like map, you would think goes through it recursively in order, and for each goes through it recursively in order. I see what you're saying. Yeah, exactly. You got to use what's going to be the right thing though, and you do that through trial and error. Also knowing the fundamentals. Yeah, Granger, I'd love to check it out, man. Yeah, I don't know off the top of my head, Riven. Is dot map going through each thing like in an array? Does it Does it try to like organize it? Whereas for each just goes through it as it is? I don't remember. I haven't used .map in a while. Ah, map returns another array. Okay, that's what it is. Right, for each just iterates through it and like allows you to access the data. Give me some devs to interview. I'll make sure they don't pass. Maybe that's the job you're looking for. You create the infinite dev questionnaire, and if they pass a certain percentage, you're like, all right, you know your stuff. Make them do it without a computer. Give them a notepad. Like our teachers always told us growing up, like, oh, you're never gonna have a calculator in real life. The hell is my phone for then? All right, yeah, Granger, I'm probably gonna be heading off here as soon as I get player movement and stuff working. So yeah, if I don't catch you, I will see you in the next one, man. But have a good evening regardless, and enjoy your chat. So I'm gonna try to power through this. Thank you for the fart, Granger. Yeah, the 50-bit fart caught me off guard. Like right when I started the video, I was like, wait, what? What would be my answer for those questions to not get rejected? I don't know. I mean, obviously there's a right answer, but also like I don't know. I'm not going for dev jobs, so I run my own business. I don't need to worry about the technical stuff. The clients don't want to hear it. They just want the job done. However I get it done is how it gets done. I'm a more specifically a web designer, so I work a lot in design more so than actual development. But I try to keep up with like React and JavaScript, PHP, HTML, CSS, standards and all that stuff because I'm a web dev. Yeah, clients hire me based off of proof that I know what I'm doing, which is, sharing portfolios and stuff. But like, yeah, if I was going for a dev job, I don't even know if I can get one, to be honest. It would take a lot more prep work because I don't have proper coding development training. Everything I know, everything that I do game development wise is well, I did go to college, but before that, I spent like 6 years doing game dev and stuff, all self taught. So I knew a little bit going into it, and even now, it's all self taught in the way of like tutorials and courses and stuff. But even these people make mistakes or do things incorrectly, or it's not the best way. But it's just like you're just trying to get the job done. You have projects, but as I send you, it's not official. Yeah, but you got to make it official, and that's like once you start doing cheap or free client projects. I don't recommend doing free for very long, but doing cheaper client projects, you'll start getting a portfolio. Like what you built, for that streamer, like that's a great start. You just keep iterating on that, have a better presentation, and then make sure you get some stuff that you can share to show people that you know what you're doing. Because what you built is good. I'm just gonna copy this. Yay, my character can spin. Uh oh, you're working on like a reservation style site. Interesting. Are you actually gonna attempt to make like the payment systems and stuff? Are you using like Stripe and like their API? That's kind of neat. I mean, yeah, like you've seen like the Fandango app and stuff, or theaters have like their own apps where you can select seats and stuff. And then if they're taken up, like you obviously can't reserve that seat. You have different ticket prices based on like age group. Doing a project like that, that's a good test project. It's kind of a neat idea for like streamers that like have videos or clips or stuff. You can have like a live audience hanging out watching the same video on like a streamer schedule. That's interesting. Fictional or not, that would be pretty fun to see. This game will be a platformer. Uh, think of it like Doodle Jump. It is technically a platformer, but it's like infinite jumping up. Um, pretty nice intro to doing 3D game dev so far though. But I'll be doing a couple of them. There's a Jenga. There is an actual platformer. There is a space shooter and an FPS like Quake. All right, let's see what happens. Ah! Ah! Can I make it? I can't make it to the other one. All right, let me jump a little bit higher. Wee! Oh, okay. Hold up. I think we actually have a little bit of a game now. I'm gonna follow the player. Oh gosh, the camera. Ah! Another one didn't happen. Why didn't it spawn another one? Why didn't it spawn it? I don't I don't know why it's not spawning the new one. All right. That's actually a great place for me to stop. Uh been going for almost 3 hours. And we've got the beginnings of this game. We can rotate our character, we can jump, we've got animations. For some reason, this is the speed they wanted. Um, this platform is going to disappear and then the character's going to fall forever. So, it's happening. This is actually just as easy to build a 3D game as it is to build a 2D game. As far as I'm concerned so far, like everything seems and feels pretty much how you would do a 2D game. You're just adding uh a third, you know, value to the vector. And I would even say that like some of the stuff's a little bit more simple than 2D because it does a lot of it for you in Godot. So maybe that's what it is, but not terrible. A little less scared to mess with 3D stuff. But I'll be continuing this in the next stream. And when that is, I don't know. But I feel like streaming this is pretty low stress. So I guess if I've got an evening where I'm just sitting and doing this, I might just load up the stream, whether it's late or not. um, yeah, that wasn't too bad. Do I know Brackies? I've heard of Brackies. I've never, maybe I've watched one of their videos, but I've never like sat and watched many of them. Um, yeah. So just to reiterate, this is what I've been learning from taking a course on this 3D stuff. I do know Godot, so I feel like that was a pretty comfortable step to go into 3D. But let's go find somebody to raid and continue the game dev. Let's see who we got. Oh, you know what? Somebody who's building perfect. Somebody who's building a 2.5D. Let's go raid Dobbs. I don't know what they're currently working on, but it looks like it's their 2.5D like Paper Mario style RPG game, which is pretty cool. And they do use Godot. It's called Paper Robot. So you'll be comfortable there, hang out there for a little bit. Thank you everybody for hanging out tonight. Thank you for chilling with me while I'm learning this other side of Godot. And let's make this new year another year of making games. Maybe my next game jam will be 3D. Who knows? Maybe I'll try to convince Covino to work with me and we'll do something together. I don't know. Who knows? But have a great rest of your night, everyone. Have a great start to your week. I will see you in the next one. Bye.